Give me some Ingram. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. The Browns have it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, past the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Browns under their new head coach, Freddie Kitchens. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
One set, eyes up, one set.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
And the focus will definitely be on wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. after the trade from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. How will he mesh with his new quarterback Baker Mayfield? And can they be the duo that leads Cleveland to the playoffs for the first time since 2002?
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now a man who really stepped up last year, this is Matt Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Mahomes firing complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. A look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. On 2nd down, Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. All
right, here now a look at A.J. Green. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Watch time. Tight end right.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his man Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
50 seconds, come on.
Rodgers now on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter from Aaron Rodgers as the Ravens push further out in front.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
31's the mic. I got one.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Rodgers pass intended for A.J. Green.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining,
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's go.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Come on, baby.
First down,
Let's see what you got.
Browns.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, Cleveland.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
On 2nd and goal. Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Makes the score. Ravens.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Complete to Julian Edelman.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Draw play. Ingram now. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down,
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Come off the ball,
Mahomes now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Rosas now to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Get him, boy.
5 yards on the play.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Get him.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They were zooming past that number there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Kenyon Drake. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Previous play is under review.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? If Marvin right now is just tallying it up, hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On first down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Now Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
57 seconds, First down. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins.
Yellow.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Browns.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the 1st down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Counter play, Drake. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Check.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack! Got him! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Tight, watch left! Tight, watch left!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
They'll run for it with Michel. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Single. I got 15.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
False start, offense.
That'll make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he hits Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Green. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good game. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jason Witten. Incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
For the field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Brings up second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Mahomes. It's caught by OBJ. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Open man there is Malone. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
49, check 49.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 30. Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Ravens have got it. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Mahomes again. And Edelman got a big game going. That's complete again. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And the Browns first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers now throwing again. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Intended for T.Y.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Malone. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, Mark Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Freddie Kitchens going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Mahomes going to throw. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board.
makes the score. Ravens.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.